Everyone, welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV stream. I am, let's see, we are at the place that we have to go to for the to unlock the third coil of the raid that's for the Bahamut raid. So let's do that. Let's talk to this dude. I say, are you not Master Plays? My lady's most faithful companion. Seen is, sir, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Cenis has fared better. On that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I am sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you... Give me strength. We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Everstrom. Okay. Then, that's what we must do. Rescue at the Singing Shards. Whoa, I got lost for a second. Okay, let's check out where that is, because I'm not seeing it on my mini-map. Oh, it's in Mordona. Oh, okay. Well then, let's teleport. That's over by the Crystal Tower then, huh? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. We're back, and we're gonna fly. We're just gonna go ahead and try to unlock the Bahamut stuff, and we will continue with like story content while we wait for people to respond. So thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time. and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry into this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it. We are losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Labyrinth. Pray escort Mistress Alice to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. Urianger found a way. Then we must go to him at once. Teleportation. Let's do it. Alright. To the cerulean processing plant. The way that teleports work in this game, like the visual effect that happens, always reminds me of what's that game called? It's it was a PS2 title, and it was about like time travel. Shadow of Destiny, that's what it was. Mine apologies for summoning you thus far, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself has made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding Coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that did you emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we proposed to employ a modified aetherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as to originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt a voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious. Did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Okay, now where are we going? I'm just following the markers. Follow, follow, follow. So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here? Oh, hi! Welcome. I am currently, this is like, onward to the, third coil of Bahamut. So I'm trying to unlock that right now. Those men may be sworn flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levaye. Alphino, so it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But, given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered, would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courses yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down. Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the aether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours. Both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. God forbid I should ever forget, Alice. But you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. Let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. Be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levaye, I would be present for his final moments. Very well. You may join us. On one condition. I make the decisions. If it please, milady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about to be complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I will be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Okay, so let's go speak to Erkenrad. But yeah, like, while I'm waiting for, people to join my raid and whatnot, I will be doing a lot of the story content. Or actually, I might start Crystal Tower. Been waiting for you, Master Place. I'm pleased to say that the Aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in eastern Thanalan of Mordorna. It's to the former that we will be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word, and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return just to be on the safe side. Okay, awesome. Oh, okay. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I wouldn't have even been able to do those if I weren't doing it unsynced. Hold on, is it like, did it oh, okay, yeah, see, the unrestricted party. Confirm, and then, yeah. So, like, okay, so it looks like this is the final Coil Bahamut, and, let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 5, so 9, so 13. There's 13 coils, or 13 turns, anyway. Let's put up a party finder. I gotta go all the way down and recruit members. There you go. Duty, doing trials, no, not trials, raids. Final Coil Bahamut, turn 1. Unrestricted party. Okay, what did I put last time? I put running unsynced. Oh wait, hold on, I can just, there we go. Nope, that's, okay, running unsynced. First time equals bonus tomes. Now, tomes are the things you get that for like completing certain things that like you can turn into your grand company to get special items or whatnot. And I say this because whenever you do, when it's like your first time doing a dungeon of any kind, you get like bonus tomes, and especially, and even if you like are just accompanying someone who's, it's their first time. So there. Okay, so I put that out there. And so eventually people should join. We shall see. Okay. So in the meantime, I will be going to do this Crystal Tower quest. Let me see. Lenosha. Gotta do the Crystal Tower to progress through the story anyway, so. But it's entertaining stuff. So. You can kind of look at this as like, this is the time where the story's kind of at a lull while the Scions move from the Waking Sands to the Rising Stones. So you can kind of be like, this is the time that they're taking to like move. And then eventually I'll get to it. Oh yay, okay, somebody joined. I may... Delicious. Hi there. Thanks for joining. Oops, I said thanks for joining. I'm Well, let's see. Do you think that we could run it just the two of us? Or should we wait for more people? Oh wait, there's one more person now, so that sentence doesn't make sense anymore. Just us, or should we wait for more people? Hi there. Okay, let's do it. Make sure I have it unsynced, just to be sure. Okay. Oh yeah, it wouldn't let me run it even if I... Okay. Wait, hold on. And I have it on unrestricted party. What's the deal? There we go. Okay, that was weird. Alright, peoples, let's do it. So this is how it looks on the inside. This internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We have come to the right place. There is no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There are receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. I feel bad for, okay, here we go. I always feel bad for making the people wait on me, but like, I'm watching the cutscenes, I'm sorry. Oh no! Why is it spinning back up? Why is there one down there? Neurokinetic link up. Sounds awfully high tech. Okay. This place just gets more and more epic looking, though. Alright, they are whacking away at it, and it's dead. I'm just doing this for, the coils, though. Just for this part of the story. It seems, like, cheap to, like, do it this way, but it's kind of necessary. I won't be doing it this way for the Crystal Tower stuff, so. By the 12 dragons, and so many. We are aware the other Alligans possess the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons, but was it necessary to keep so great a number here? Dalamud did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alice. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider. Specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that I inferred that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Right there before my very eyes, how could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason the Alligan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, so they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly the Alligan's ingenuity knew no bounds. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged, and merely acknowledge our guilt. Less stupid to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Alligans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. Seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. Okay, let's see who's still in my party. They might have already left. I wonder. Oh, they're still here. Okay, cool. Let me run the next one. Let me see if they'll still do it. I mean, they're still in my party, so maybe. Cool. I got some new peeps to join me on my quest. Lots of jumping in this, I swear. They had to do something to make it flashy though, so. Cool. That was fast. Sweet. Nice and quick. Yeah, so it'll feel a little less epic, but you're getting the story this way. But, Crystal Tower should feel pretty epic. Okay. Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud. Yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view, trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Nail Van Darnis. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Sorry, congestion. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. Okay. Let's do the next one. If they still want to do it, let's see. Yep, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Just blowing through it. So exciting. I'm happy about that, honestly. Because I was honestly really worried that it was going to take forever to get through the Coil of Bahamut.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. father. No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition. And
Oops, I did not mean to do that.
man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Alagon? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me. But such a one-sided tirade, bemoaning the evils of man, rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall?
Poor people in my party.
Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
So the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
Oh, snap.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
Alright, here we go. Feel bad for my party members, honestly. But yeah, here we go. Just like wipe it, wipe it. Alright, that was that.
Grandfather is truly gone this time. Better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alice, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alfino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartana, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage.
Oh, hello, new viewer. Welcome.
Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
Oh, hi. Wow. Honestly, I think this is my first time seeing all of this. So, even though I've played the game like a lot back in the day, I don't think I ever got to this point. So, thank you, Jinx, for helping me through all of this.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my vast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the Coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind. The question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find.
See, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
This portal will take you to the final internment hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end. Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction. I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength, in which I have faith.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alfino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
Alright, let's go. Let's go, let's do it. Oh, exit. Okay, all the way down here. Gosh, that cutscene I feel was even longer than the first one. Okay. Alright. If everybody's still up for another round, we can do another one. I don't know how long the cutscenes are in that one, but, let's try it. If you want to join, you can join. If not, okay. Okay. I'm for it. For it. Characters like, that's right.
But at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether. He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over. I will not survive another blast. No. Is this how I honor my promise to Grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
To hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one. Future of Eorzea!
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
Shows 8 lights, but there's only 3 people. Alright, let's do this. I'll do what I can, but I'm not doing anything, I'm sure. Yay! We did it! That was such a hard battle. Oh my gosh. Aw, thank you for the pats. Thank you, I appreciate it. It makes me happy. Yay! Okay. I'm going to, emote. Let me see. Wait. Emote. And... kneel. I, give you respect. And... hug. You're welcome. Thank you so much for helping me with all that. Thank you. I will enjoy these cutscenes. Alright, let's do this.
You did it! But one task remains.
Hello.
With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
Hello? Hi.
"'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartana was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Fear not, Alphino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Urianger must be beside himself with worry.
Sweet. Alright, let's wrap up these, this little quest line here. Alice's path. Here we are again. After that descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanaland seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark overlong, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. Okay, we'll do Alice. Wait, is, wanna make sure, yeah, okay, nobody's in my party. I was wanting to make sure that, that Jinx and, the other person weren't, like, still hanging on for some reason. But I'm very thankful to Jinx and, was it Raise? It said Raise, please, is the name. I'll just say Raise. Ah, the warrior of light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission. And yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend. Full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alice? Here, my friend. Forgive our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. But by the heavens, look at you. What horrors your young eyes must have seen. What suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have Grandfather to thank for that. Master Louis. Then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, my dear friend. But first, there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past, and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Urianger will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you've earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have seen through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, Not to be further from the truth, Alice. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desires but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never failed to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Then it is settled, Urianger. Pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alfie now. Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. Thank you. There is a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change in garments is in order. It won't take a moment. The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though, it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear. I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alfino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity, and such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. But the thought that the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds, the injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. How typical of you, Averstrom. Ever the hero. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm a home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. And when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Averstrom. One day, I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but that you will continue to help those in need, and grow ever stronger in doing so. I shall endeavor to do the same. And if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword of the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alfino. Yeah! When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Alright, bye for now, Alice. You will be missed. I like you. Okay, so it spits me out back over here. Okay, then the next step is to go do this. The first part of the main, like, crystal tower stuff. So, we're going to start helping the archaeologists uncover stuff in the tower, but first we have to, like, break down the defenses blocking the entrance to the tower. So, once again, we're doing all this in, like, the time it takes for the Scions to move from the Waking Sands to Mordona. Just to be, like, lore friendly. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Got nothing on me. Oh, I forgot to get my chocobo out, though. Let's see. Let's get Lila out here. There we go. Okay, so we got that one. This quest here used to be difficult. You used to have to wait for certain fates to pop up and then do those fates. But you don't have to do that anymore, so that's really nice. Yeah, it used to be like really frustrating. Cause like, it could be anywhere between like 30 minutes to like an hour or so to wait for a fate to pop, and you'd just be sitting around just doing nothing until then. I'm so glad that I can fly though. It should make all of this like so much faster than when I first went through it. Is it like all the way over? Yeah, it's all the way at the end. Okay. Ooh. I've never actually run through this area in this playthrough, so it's funny. You can't really see anything because it's just a bunch of tunnels that I'm just flying over. Used to not be able to fly in this area, so kind of interesting. Alright, we did it. Now we gotta go back to Quinox Find. Wherever that is. Mordona. That's right. Okay. Oh. So glad that there were people to help me out today. Like, really. I like the music in that area, though. I don't know if that's new music or not, but, like, it sounded nice. Okay, we are here. What's this guy gotta say? How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman's strongholds. Well, these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. We've done well, Abistrom. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zahrok, the war camp of the Amalja in Thanalan. The latter in Natalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of Kurthis. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Alright. This is the other half of this quest, which also used to require that you wait for fates. But they don't anymore. So that's nice. Let's go a little on we go. All of the, like, it used to take like hours. It used to take hours just to do this quest. And, you know, just to get into the Crystal Tower. But since they required the Crystal Tower to be, a thing, like, then they took off that requirement because it was just too much. Too much to force people to do this and also force people to wait for fates. Alright, let's go! You ain't got nothing on me. I just played Bahamut. I mean, technically I didn't, but like, I did. My character did. Okay, we're gonna go flying east. Can't get over how easy this mission is now. I mean, yeah, it takes you to random places all over the place, but it's cool. It's cool that you can fly and like not have to wait for fate. Okay, let's go back. Oh, that's right. I need to be checking my chocobo experience, so. Hey, get on the mount. I can't believe that Louis Swa had become a primal. That's, like, that's big. Hey, Rishom, it is good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastmen? Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Thus, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower defenses, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be requiring your services once again. Really? If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. When I say substances, well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. Though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in, I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment for a purchase, and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we require. Okay, so that's in Ul'dah. Okay. Oh, Serendipity. Oh, I know who she is. She gave me something at one point. Oh, yeah, she gave me the, the mammoth heart for the, Magitech weapon. I think she's also the person who, like, gives out the quests for the Goldsmiths Guild. Ah, Master Place. Welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? You're here on behalf of the Sons of St. Connacht. What fortunate timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-respected ether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray speak with Jamim of it. Oh, I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. Suppose a man can do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Laverstrom, it's been too long. What brings you here? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Well now, that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many guild clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no. You're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny that Allegan's civilization's a subject worth researching. Chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, see? When I say tinkering, wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lad. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, Duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. Oh, it's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. Cool, cool. So Biggs will join us on our quest. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? And rather than sitting on your rump, waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. And it just so happens that I know a good place to start. There is said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who very occasionally handles earth-aspected varieties of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog, and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, I'm not mentioner. Aye, Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Okay, gotta go see what Biggs is up to. Or not Biggs, Wedge. Can't Blue Fog? Really? Okay. Oh yeah, Northern Thanalan. I thought he said Western Thanalan. Okay. Hello, adventurer. Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is a squat, silent type. The type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. Oh, you wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no spurring epic. But, as you asked, my employer, a Lullafellan lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it was called, but it is apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandits' stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion, and I've not seen him since. Oh, a friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. It's just possible the poor soul may yet be lost in the old Imaginist mithril mine. But I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Oh, what a jerk. What about leaving no man behind? Very thankful that this person was just running around killing stuff. How could I be so stupid sneaking into a bandit's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do. Now I'm gonna die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this, I can be brave. I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna walk out of here. Here we go. Ah! I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll never come back. Averstrom, is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sound, which Biggs and I need for our research. As it happens, it was, I can see, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away, and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my... oh dear. Must have fallen out while I was taking evasive maneuvers. Seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find the ether sand in my stead? Oh, thank the gods you're a true friend, Averstrom. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. Whoops, okay. Let's zoom out. Awesome. Okay. Avistum, have you had any luck locating the Avis sand? I did. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're also on a mission to collect ether sand, you say? And you're working with the chief. Treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting. I must say, I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right. I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind. And you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pocket saves from. Leave me alone. Leave us alone. No, leave us alone. Okay, now I can get on my mount. Thank goodness. Okay. Going back to Mordona. I don't know why I can't just go find the other two types of ether sand first before I go back to them, but I guess. It's just making me pay more money for teleports, I guess. Rambros, I've got your sand, some of it. Ah, Iverstrom, you have returned. Take it from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is more than I could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals, I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the Seven Hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend, I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge. Huh. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damn inventive, eh? Now they're determined to enjoy us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It would be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambrose, have we any information on where the water and wind expected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now rather than risk the jeopardizing the mission, or expedition, I mean. Mayhap an explanation is in order, but first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Avistrom has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Let's do critical hit. Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlayan acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania, and there gather the necessary materials, and since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I've mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud, and meet out Parsmontret, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. I know who that is. He's that rude guy in markets. Let's go. Red Barchetta gives Tom Hardy a big hug. Tom Hardy? Really? Probably a Lalafell. Okay. So, we are going to Leather Workers Guild because that's the closest teleport to it. Wrap yourself up. Alright. Parsmontret. Yes? I'm sorry, did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? My dear fellow, have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water-expected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the Vitus Nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. Okay, that's in Central Shroud, I believe. Or wait, actually, I'm not sure. Probably should just do this. Yeah, I was about to go to Central Shroud when it's in South Shroud. That would have been a mistake. Really are just sending me on just these most inane errands, though. Just to open the Crystal Tower. Like, come on. It used to be worse than this, so I guess I can't really complain that much, but... Oops. Okay, let's kill it. Oh. Hulking hog carcass. I wonder why we're examining the carcass, so we're looking for ether sand. You are too late, adventurer. Not only for the entertainment. You'll find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much the speck. Oh, no. You'll never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone. Taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind touch variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention. Good. A band of Ixal in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This has to be a race. The Ixali logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Oh, hello. Hello, new viewer. I hope you're enjoying your day. I am currently trying to unlock the Crystal Tower at the moment. And so I've got to go pick up these different pieces of ether sand. And this one appears to be around North Fallgourd Float, so that's where we're going. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing today? It's good to have, like, checkups on people. Personally, I am having a pretty good day, actually. You finally got to sleep in. Well, I'm proud of you, kid. I actually didn't really sleep in today. I mean, I slept. I slept well enough. I just, usually when I sleep in, I sleep until like 1 in the morning sometimes. So, like, I actually woke up at a decent time today, which was like 10 or something. Many people would consider that sleeping in, but I've become too used to it in my life to waking up around noon. Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind-touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you in the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it be crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. What's a Dullahan? I guess we'll find out. Oh wait, this is also... Oh, okay, so it's just right over there. Great. Easy peasy. That's a Dullahan. And I've got to fight it. Okay. Ah, stop. There we go. Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, till I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, sooner than you may imagine. Well, sounds like there's a fate around here. I will not be joining this fate. Ooh, that's a big guy. Okay, gotta go back to St. Connaught's. So, let's do it. Let's go back then. Oh, my headset's falling now. Okay. Yeah, that sounds terrible, honestly. I'm a night person. Like, I'm very much like, I like being awake at night, so if I was up early in the day, like, all the time, it's like the worst time of the day for me. I think it's because, like, I grew up playing video games late at night, like, all the time, every night, so I just became a night person. This place is a lot prettier at nighttime than it is in the daytime. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? Here it is. You've brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. We're gonna go with this one. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm always up at night. There, that should do the trick. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Avisham here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Alligans' front door. You can't go without us, Chief. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do. But we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged unto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology. Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours. Twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the Ether Sand. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not have imagined. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grahatia, one of the students of Valdesian. Oh, hi, Autumn. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you'll forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. So then, our fellowship is complete, and I stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah. Noah? That is the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of Saint Connaught, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does technically, but my true reason for choosing this name stems to the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Ready! Alright, so they're all calling themselves Noah now. It's official. Grahatia is a trendsetter. Gentlemen, the secrets of ancient Allegan or Alleg beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allegan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself. though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large lopsided gate found to the southeast. Yay, we're actually going towards the tower now. Yeah, gravity is like the best. The best. Just so that everybody's aware. Oh no, he's still following. Oh, okay, go away. Flying is so convenient, I swear. Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. It's like take the lead, but they all pretty much go together as a group. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. He just had to he had to try it out himself. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things, it's my job to see that they work. How are you such a genius, Sid? How you do that? Success. I for one am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. Wedge is just like jumping for joy. Alright, that's the last one. Is it me? Oh, okay. This last one is yours, old friend. Seemed only right. Why didn't Wedge get one? I want to see Wedge just do the thing. Haha, we did it. So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. Biggs and Wedge should accompany your character everywhere and fight alongside you like Donald and Goofy in Kingdom Hearts. I suggest we wait here while Averstrom and a hand-picked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will. But our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. Woof, hiccup. If the outside of the place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true... There isn't, really? That's... I mean, I can understand, like, a... Well, no, I still can't understand that. Like, there should be... What? I cannot believe they're not Biggs or Wedge minions. I guess it's because they, like, take such a backseat in the story at a certain point. I don't know. Can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Averstrom here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall be idle in his absence. While Averstrom and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore is invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatia. Bah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? Averstrom. As it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me to at least provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of its hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Gollin says. Though, if you prefer, if any relics you encounter remained intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Averstrom. There's a triple triad card. Is it like a joint card? Or is it like, I don't know, is it like both of them are in the card, or is there like separate cards for Biggs and Wedge? That's kind of cute. I like that idea. I like it. We got, Kitty Noctis here. It's like Kitty Grahatia Noctis. Okay, so... this is our first Alliance raid, which I... Oh wait, hold on. I have it on restricted parties, so it's like... Wait, they're married? Like, wait, but I thought that, that Wedge kind of has like a crush on, Tataru. At least he seems very protective of Tataru. Okay, looks like I can join Labyrinth of the Ancients, and I will see how long this takes. I don't actually know how long it's gonna take. It says average wait time is 9 minutes, so we can, I guess, hope on that. Meanwhile, I guess I can continue the main story quest. Oh, I can't fly here. That's interesting. Well, there's no reason to not use my mount, though. There. Go through this crystal gate, and then I should be able to fly. Hey, that wasn't nice. Oh yeah, no, I'm aware of that. I'm doing what I have to get this. Well, I mean, honestly, at this point, I think it's required, is it not? Um, well, I mean, I know it's required to do Crystal Tower at this point. I think with the I don't remember. With a certain patch during Shadowbringers, it was made a requirement. I don't have a problem with it though. I know there's people that have an issue with that, but I like this tower, the story of the Crystal Tower, so. I like pretty much all of the story of this game, honestly. Hence why I'm playing it. Well, it certainly is spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. For today we declare our independence. I'm actually the exact same way. Like, it's like I still like it, but like it's definitely like the worst part of the game. Like A Realm Reborn is, and then Stormblood is like the second worst. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Yeah, I agree. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Avestrom. I would speak of Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, milady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Aldessian hath been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. I have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge of both. Oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Badessian, They may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, till such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It is possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however. They are unlikely to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ossian, perhaps? Or Osher, or Puce, which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Ossian menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet remain. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Avistrom. I discern them all around, in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the Paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. My stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Coil, where are you? Oh, it's the big bads. Your intercession was not foretold. You object. We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the seventh ardor, and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. I completed the main story of Stormblood, or not Stormblood, Shadowbringers. Well, both, but truly there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation. Oh, yeah, I do. Occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals and only crystals were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, We can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize the mistake. Pray depart for a horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope that our fears are unfounded when you do. Oops, hold on. No. Is that the end of the cutscene? Please be the end. Okay, thank goodness. Gotta wait for it to dissolve, and... Oh no, it's not the end? Oh, it is. Okay, good. Oh no, one person. One person. There we go. Cool beans, let's do this. I'm gonna say that. Cool beans, let's do this. Not really what I honestly expected it to look like on the inside. So, but yeah, this is the Crystal Tower. All right, look at all these people. Literally 24 people. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need to like move this bar somewhere else. But we'll do that later, I suppose. Probably just make it smaller, actually. Oh wait, I don't have my... Oh gosh, I didn't have my, my thingamajigger on. Oh gosh, I'm in like a liquid pool thing. Okay, as you can clearly tell, I do not remember how to do this fight. And these alliance bars are annoying. Oh my gosh. Well, I got smacked away. I can't really see. Yeah, I can't really see the enemies very well, because of the alliance boxes. I'm going to have to... I think I'm gonna have to, like, stop what I'm doing real quick and adjust my HUD. And just stand here for a moment. Ugh, I feel so bad about this. Okay, let's do that one, and then Alliance List 2 will also make really small. I'll put it like over here, so it's, you know, not in the way of everything. Oh wait, no, cancel, save. Okay. Very good. Coming, I'm sorry, I missed that whole battle. Okay, that's a bone dragon down. Got some other stuff here though. I mean, we have a red mage. Can't red mages resurrect, I believe? Whoop. Okay, there went me. Probably not going to get res for a while. Just so everybody's clear. Oh, the tank in my party disconnected. The other tank. Oh, really? Darn. Okay. Well, it looks like that was a good time to die anyway, because it just brought you back to the beginning. Which, is where everybody was gonna go anyway. I think everybody in my team is like probably like a bunch of people who don't know how it works, which includes me. It's been a long time. Let's go with my party. Okay, so I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, but I think I'm doing the right thing by preventing these guys from getting over there. Oh wait, so this is supposed to be like the summon Atmos, okay. Which, isn't he like mostly just in like Final Fantasy 9? I know he's in 9. I don't know which other places he is in, but... Oh, there's loot stuff. Let me see. No. And... possibly. Let's put that. Alright, let's do it. Oh, wait, is this all poison? No. Oh gosh, I don't know what's happening. I'm seeing lag. Okay. Invulnerable. Okay. Ow. I cannot see what's happening. Maybe that's just me, but like... the seeing of what's happening is hard. Kind of the same issue that I have with, if either of you have played it, Star Ocean, Faithlessness and Integrity. Yeah. Can't see what's happening on the screen during battles, so like it just like... Oh, but I have other problems with that game though. That's just a bad game. Elegant bomb, huh? Looking at Vasago, Vasago, I don't know. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, I just stood right in that AoE. Okay. Alright, down he goes. Yikes. Okay, okay, so we all died. Okay, so. Yes, a lot of new players and we didn't explain. Patient, please. Okay. We want to tank our big guy, big sword guy to the north, so that they are separated. Okay. 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 Alright, see now everything's going swell now. Things wasn't going so well because I honestly just didn't know how to do it. Now I think we can just team up on this thing. Yeah, see? You just explained something to me and I get it. I can't say I'm embarrassed about it because like I totally just didn't realize. Hi Nunu. How are you doing? I'm doing the first part of the Crystal Tower, and I don't really remember all of the mechanics for it, so people are getting like, you know, upsetty spaghetti, but you know, I don't feel necessarily bad. I've just forgotten, so people just need to explain. You know, I've actually been having a pretty good day, so yeah, I'm not hide behind rock. Okay, thank you for telling me. See, that's all it takes. Yeah, but this isn't like the like, this isn't late game yet, and I don't really try to do a ton of like the big bad raids or whatnot. I usually am like very strict to like staying the story because that's what I play the game for. It's just like the main story. So like, Really. Like, I've heard some people say that it's not that bad. That's good to know. Yeah, there's people who are saying it's not that bad, and I don't know. Like, I'm hearing about, like, there's like this whole like modding community. What's the word I'm looking for? Stuff. Run out of the center back to our pad once he starts casting a flare, or it's a one-shot wipe. Okay. So we stand on our pad whenever he charges for flare. Got it. Oh wait, there's stuff over here though. Ancient flare. Okay, I think I got it. That's silly to have your like ultimate attack though be like relegated to a certain part of the stage. Ancient flare specifically doesn't hit specific points of the stage. Yeah, that's, I know it's like pretty like crazy at this point, right? Like that, that people are actually getting their accounts taken down, because the general consensus with mods in this game has usually been people saying, oh, as long as it's not hurting anybody, like whatever. Yeah, like I've hardly heard of any yeah, I don't know what people expect. I've talked to some people online about it, and like it's just like people think it's this huge big deal, but like it's literally in the rules. It's right there. And not to mention like just like people are complaining, you know, that it's like not hurting anybody. Well, I mean, sure, maybe it's not hurting anybody, but if you're like competing against others to be the first to get things done, and console players are also competing to be the first to get things done, then like, oh, there's lots of loot. Okay, let me look. Let's pick need. No, pass. 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 Greed. Pass. Pass on those. And what's this? I'll pass. Okay. The only person there. Good job, Muntubo King. I don't know what you did, but you did good. I got 2 player commendations though. Look at me. I didn't even really know what I was doing half the time, and still people love me. They really do. They really love me. mean, all I said was Okies, so... yeah. I can't have mods because I'm on console, so... Ho there, Vistrom. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of the structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard appearance, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon, not Acheron. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Elegant Revolution. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't touch them either because I've actually looked. I'm not on PC, but I've looked to see what actually made me consider wanting to move to PC. And I was just like, oh yeah, you know, you can mod on PC, so why not do that? And then I looked at what there was, and I was just like, no, I'll just stick to console then. There's minimal improvement, especially like if you don't have a powerful PC, you can't even improve the graphics that much either. And you glean that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Elegant Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Elegant's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Oh well, there it is. Foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? Oh, so this wasn't even in the tower yet. This was just the labyrinth underneath the tower. I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Connacht's fine for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Yeah, I think it's just I think there's a bunch of like WoW players that I think that might be like a thing in WoW that you can do to like track DPS and stuff. And like people are just trying to get what they can to like make them feel like they're playing WoW or something. I don't know. I'm sorry, Nunu, I know you just joined the stream, but like, I'm at 3 hours now, and that's usually when I cut off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Grahatia, and I'm going to finish up this quest, pick up the next quest, and then that's gonna be it for today. Well, at least for right now. I might be on later tonight. I might not. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. I mean, I like, well, okay. I say I like WoW. I hate the story for WoW. It's dull and inane nonsense. So it's kind of hard for me to play sometimes. But, you know, I'll play it, but like, I don't own it, so. So good of you to join us, Avistrom. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the Labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. Thanks, Nunu. Thanks for the no worries. I'm a warrior word. I do that. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting. If you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Oh, I can go ahead and complete it here. Okay, let's just do that. Welcome back, Everstrom. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. Oh, hello, new viewers. Sorry, I'm about to be leaving the stream, but I appreciate you being here. Hi. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Let's do tenacity. Okay. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Averstrom's accounts, the Labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by elegant technology. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to that, which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done. If the perils of the Labyrinth are any indication, then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses have been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Oh, that phase. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Averstrom. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Elegant Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Yeah! Alright, so that was the first part of the Crystal Tower done. So. Oh, who's this fellow? Such a terrible mess. And it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. one cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So this is the legacy of the Allegan Empire left behind. The Allegan. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. New toy for me to play with. Oh, how surprising. I believe the fates have conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. Okay, does he have the next quest? Circus Tower. Yep, I think that's it. Alrighty. Oh, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to so much as set a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower, the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Cid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Till we gain entry to the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient tests as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the same goal. I am Yune, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the elegant civilization sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Yune and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age. If I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I am sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? It's nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. Same? You have the Allegan eye as well? This singing hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allegans, yet I inherited it from my father as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there's aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Alleg. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. Seems to me we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Yune and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Circus Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Aerostrom, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Aerostrom. With Yune and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Okay. Thank you very much for joining me on this this expedition through the Crystal Tower, and before that the Coils. I say thank you for joining me on this quest. And that's gonna be all for right now, but might be back later tonight. We shall see. But thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and bye. Whoop. Here you go. Hold on. There you go.